What the hell? Everything went black for a second. Oh well, it's working now. Hey guys. Let me bring up my wheel. Hey guys, welcome in. We having a good Monday. I did need to move chat a little bit though. You guys are a little too high up there. There we go. Hello, you guys are having a good Monday. And bruh, this one. For some reason I couldn't hit the smile one. It's weird. It's weird. Weird. How am I doing? I'm doing okay so far. I had a chili cheese tots for breakfast. My breakfast was chili cheese tots because we're almost out of eggs, so I didn't want to make any eggs this morning. You were also out of almost everything else, and I didn't want to make a huge mess cooking, so I was like, I just need to air fry some tater tots, and I'll just microwave some chili, and that'll be breakfast. So I had tater tots and chili earlier today. I don't know if I'm gonna be sick later though, because the sour cream had a couple of black dots in it, and I wasn't sure if that was mold or not. There's like little black dots. It could have been just about anything in the sour cream. So tomorrow, if my stomach gets really upset, I guess we'll figure it out. If I'm just like sandblasting the... I shouldn't say that. That's gross. That's a little gross. But yeah, if I get tummy ache tomorrow, I'm probably gonna know what it is. Though, if it is like mold growing in the sour cream, shouldn't it strike a lot sooner than that, though? Like, immediately. Like, I should be sick right now. I don't know. We're just checking my audio sources here. Sandblast. Listen. I couldn't remember the other thing. What the other thing from that meme I posted last night was. When they were talking about the gut biomes. Like you're missing half your gut biomes and all of a sudden, while your body is like recuperating from that, you're having just like the worst diarrhea. That thing was funny. I saw that and I posted that. That is actually the kind of nerd logic people think about whenever they think about comic book stuff. Like, well, what happens if Thanos snapping half of all life out of existence would like remove half of your gut biome? So, like, what are the effects of having half of your gut biome missing? Well, funny story about that. You'd be stuck on the toilet, just pooping everywhere. Just pooping up a storm. This actually be... I love that kind of just like... Not pedantic, but it's just like... I don't know how to explain it. It's just like nerdy. This is what the things I think about whenever movies and comic books do stuff like this, and I'm just thinking like, wouldn't the side effects of that be also this, this, and this, and this? If we're like, shut up, it's just entertainment, nerd. Don't think about it too hard. I'm thinking about it like, that's funny to think about though. Like, yeah, what happens if Thanos snapping half of all life out of the universe also removes like half of your gut biome? Presumably that would also apply to like any let's see, like viruses or bacteria stuff. Would bacteria count as life though? Like, where do we stop? Okay, so Thanos snapped half of all life out of existence, right? That was the entire premise of the Avengers, Endgame movies. Like, oh, Thanos is gonna wipe out half of existence and blah, 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 blah. So, what exactly... Where's the line drawn between, like, what counts as something that he's erasing versus something that's not getting erased? So is it microorganisms? Is it single-cell organisms? Is it bacteria? Is it viruses? What? Is it all fire? Like half of all fire? Because, like, there's an argument that fire is alive because it fits, like, the definition for a living organism. In which that it consumes... It consumes, it spreads, and it multiplies. So I've heard arguments before that say, like, is fire a living organ? Or not organism, but, just like, is fire a living entity because it fills the qualifications. Welcome in, Windows, and welcome in, Patrick. Hope you guys are having a great Monday. I'm just talking about nerd stuff. Me when I talk about machines and automation, yeah. Did you hear that they're bringing Create to Hytale? Maybe not Create, but they're, like, doing basically what looks like Create automations in Hytale. That looked interesting. And I've played vanilla Hytale to the point where I'm just like... Yeah, I could see automation being kind of fun to do in this game. I can't wait to see how it evolves, though. It's, like, really bad right now, so they need to really work on it. Are there already automation mods for Hytale? I haven't really looked into the mod scene for Hytale yet. All I've seen about those are like hovercraft or no hoverboard mods. That's all I saw. I loaded up these are the best mods for Hytale, and I did not pay attention to it. I tuned back in when they were talking about hoverboards. And so that's all I know about Hytale mods right now. Oh, right, that was something like old school RuneScape. No, it was like an old school RuneScape mod, OSRS mod. I saw something about that. I don't know enough about RuneScape to know what that would add to Hytale. Do I watch Stranger Things? I don't watch anything. Bruh, I don't watch anything. I'm so busy, like, working on video game stuff and content creation. I do not have time to watch things anymore. I have things I gotta work on. After this, I have to work... I need to record the next Split Thursday. What the hell? We need to record the next Split Thursday tonight on stream. And then I need to start editing that if I'm gonna get that up by Thursday. And then I have to start working on some more shorts because I think I have 4 left in the queue right now, so I need to work on some more shorts so that I can upload and schedule those. The problem is that as we go further and further, and the fact that I don't put up as many of the classic game night shorts as I do the other shorts, I'm quickly running out of other shorts. And like my shorts folder, or my clips folder that I use to make shorts from is quickly becoming overrun with classic game nights clips, so... I'm a little worried about that. Eventually there's gonna be a point where it's mostly just like old retro game shorts coming out, mostly. But then again, I don't do a lot of collabs anymore. I don't do a lot of collabs anymore. My friends are too busy to really do anything. And I don't like to bug people for collabs anymore. I kinda went easy on that. Do I like horror movies? I love horror movies. I love The Thing. The Thing. What else would... We were watching, like... Oh, we watched the original Halloween a couple of weeks ago on Discord. The OG Halloween. Those are fun to watch. Those are really interesting to see how... To see how Michael Myers and horror in general has kind of evolved over the years, or the decades. Doom. Where's my water? I know it's on the bed somewhere. Here it is. Found it. Thank you for the hydrate. I just sat down, bruh. Thank you. The hydrate. What apples? I like Hypercube. Hypercube is a good movie. Alright, hold on. I need to stand up. Apparently, I'm having a stretch break right now. Apparently, it is stretch break time. Hey, Ramon. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good Monday. You need better uppies posture. What do you mean I need better uppies posture? Yep, okay, and we're down here now. Oh, man. What was I talking about? Like, horror movies. What's another good horror movie? We watched all of Predator. What else did we watch? I think we watched all the Terminator movies, though. I don't know. I feel like after the first Terminator movie, it stopped being horror and it turned into just action. Because, like, T2 onwards, it's more about the action and, like, the big flashy fight scenes and stuff. The first Terminator movie was definitely more about the horror of this unstoppable killing machine coming out of nowhere and killing everybody. Just chilling like a million Sarah Connors trying to find the right one, because apparently in the future they didn't know who the real Sarah Connor was. Sarah Connor. Sarah Connor. Yeah, my mom has a belly button. Well, the texture does anyways. The outfit probably shouldn't have it though. It's not that tight. 1 year, 1 month, 25 days, 23 hours. You've been following for over a year, Doors. It's amazing. I finally have people who've hung around for over a year, and not just like for one specific game and then just left after that. Oh, you know what's another good one? Train to Busan. I love Train to Busan. That had me crying at the end. The ending for Train to Busan is like so sad. It's incredible. I love it. What else, sir? Oh my god. Okay, so 25 Days Later was a real good movie. 25 years later, a little means not as great, but it was definitely, you know, still a good movie I like. Was that 25 months later, or was it weeks later? No, weeks. But the new ones I've heard about with the zombie killing ninja squad or something, that is... I need to see more about that movie, but every time I hear it described as, like ninja Power Rangers that kill zombies, it is... I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna like it. Which is sad, because I like 25 Days Later, and I kinda like 25 Weeks Later. Or 28 Weeks Later. But then 28 years later comes out, and they have like zombie fighting ninja squads, and it's just like, what? Resident Evil, bro, we watched all of the Resident Evil movies, and it just got so weird by the end. Like, I already had issues with the first one. Because, like, it did not oh my god. It was, like, so far, they were just like, oh my god. I am actually just, like, crashing out over here. Alright, I'm sinking back down. Thank you for the stretch. I need to sit down to rave. I need to sit down so I can rave about, or rant about, the Resident Evil movies. Oh, man. I think one of my big issues was that it was hyped up to me as like, oh yeah, Slipknot's gonna be on the OST for it. It's only one song and it's the end credits, and I don't even think it's a good song. I forget which song they used for that. And so I was really disappointed that Slipknot wasn't in more of the soundtrack for it. I love Slipknot. I used to, especially old school Slipknot, not the newer stuff, really. Some of the newer stuff I'm not really big on. Like, I think the one that they made specifically... The song they made specifically for Resident Evil movies wasn't that great. But, like, aside from that... I also, like, really didn't like how it was like, oh, this is Resident Evil. There's a mansion. And that's, like, all... It's, like, the only... things that really connected to the game, which is I was hoping for it to be like an adaptation of the game, or at least be a little bit more, I don't know, kind of resembling like what the game was or something. I don't know. It was just like way too different from all of the source material. And then they threw in Alice, who wasn't a really... Alice was not a really compelling character. And then I found out later that the reason she's in the movie is because she's the director's girlfriend. And I'm just like, oh, I see what happened here. And then you find out that she's also the main star actress for the Monster Hunter movies, and it's like, oh, okay, I see what's happening here. All of these movies are just a vehicle for him to show off his girlfriend, Mila Djokovic. And I was like, okay. I'm not really... I can kind of see where this is going, and... A lot of the Resident Evil movie stuff was just, like, so wild and not even Resident Evil related. Like, I mean, they did Resident Evil 2 in the city. But it wasn't really like Resident Evil 2. I don't know. And then they threw in Tyrant for no reason. And that whole weird plot about, like, Tyrant suddenly becomes a good guy because he remembers Alice, and this is like, oh. I don't know. I really didn't like the movie adaptation. And then there was the sand. The whole sand thing. Like, somehow the virus had killed all plant life on the Earth, and then somehow the virus was responsible for all the oceans evaporating. Then everything just became Sand World. And then there's Alice again with superpowers, zombie superpowers, and it's just like, what? And the entire movie is about, we gotta get Alice back. Alice is the most important thing ever. Raw. The child? I don't know what happened to the child. I don't remember. And then there was that weird thing where Wesker shows up and... Oh no, water came back and all the plants came back. That's right, after the third movie. After the third movie, all the plants grew back and the water came back and sand all disappeared. And suddenly there was a boat or something. And they wanted to make it Escape from New York instead of Resident Evil. Like, especially the later movies, they took a dramatic shift from the games and everything. And it just, like, didn't really resemble the source material. And I get whenever... I don't know, I think it's kind of... I think it's kind of arrogant when a director is like, I wanted to make it my own thing. I took this existing thing, and I want to make it something else. I wanted to make it original to me. Like, no! If you pick up an IP, you're supposed to, like... And you're supposed to respect the series that it comes from. Your whole job is to take this existing IP and to respect it and translate it into something for an audience to see on the screen or something. Apparently, the director had never played a Resident Evil game in his life and just watched somebody else play it. He had... Oh, imagine getting that job. Your job is just to play Resident Evil for the director, who's probably not even paying attention. You know what? I'm not gonna blame whoever's job it was to play the game for the director, because, you know, that's a cushy job. None of the stuff from the games made it into the series. They just took notes on key character names and then threw them in there. Oh, yeah, there's a Clara and a Chris Redfield. Okay, we'll throw 2 characters in named Chris and Claire. That'll be a nod to the series. Fuck off. Sorry about that. Oops, sorry about that. I actually didn't mean to say that. I did not actually mean to say that. So, like, the entire Resident Evil movie series just went off the rails, and then... Like, they threw in Las Plagas, but I don't know if they actually did a good explanation for the entire Las Plagas thing. They just suddenly show up and Wesker's mouth opens up and has tentacles and stuff. Oh, and you know what's even worse? I think one of the movies... Yeah, I know one of the movies ended. One of the movies ended with Wesker being like, I'm the president of the United States now, and I need your help to help me save the world from monsters. So they try to, like, play it off like suddenly Wesker is a good guy, or at least on the good guys team. And, like, the next movie is gonna be them protecting the United States from the zombie outbreak and stuff. And then the next movie just completely starts up like a year or 2 afterwards, not at all addressing the situation that happened there. Like, what happened? Wesker was like, I'm the president, and you guys are gonna help me save the United States. And it's just like, what happened? Apparently you have to dive into supplementary material in order to find out what happened between the 2 movies. Apparently, they decided to write it off as it was a brilliant scheme from Wesker to sabotage the United States, and at the last moment he detonated the White House or something and just destroyed the government. When he was like in the seat of power, everybody was like at his beck and call. He was in charge of everything, and he just decided he was going to destroy it all. It was a brilliant plan from Wesker to destroy the United States. But they didn't address anything in the movie. Any of it at all. They don't even explain, like, what happened. How did they go from being at the White House trying to help Wesker save the world to suddenly everybody's on the run and split up again? You know, apparently that's like... They just ignore that and they just move on with the new subplot, which is... I don't know what the new one is. It's like... It's obviously not Resident Evil, but... I don't know, it's like the Cube, I guess, because it has those weird rooms with the sliding floors and stuff, and then panels open up and people die. That weird very last Resident Evil movie that lets itself open for more sequels anyways, even though they were not planning to make any sequels. They still left it open just in case they could squeeze some more money out of it. It was crazy. Like, the Resident Evil movie series does not resemble the source material in the slightest, aside from having like a couple of characters. And for some reason, Wesker is always the underling for somebody bigger and even more evil than he is. Like, he doesn't even... I don't think he gets any cool moments in the last movie either. He gets killed under a door. Like, Wesker dies in the movies from getting cut in half by a door, I think. Wesker, the guy that they gave, like, all these bullshit superpowers to, where they're shooting at him and he's just like, choo, choo, choo. He's, like, dodging and all this bullshit, like, in the game. He throws his glasses at Chris. He throws it at Chris. Chris grabs the glasses, gets punched up by Wesker, and Wesker just grabs the glasses before they fall to the ground and puts them back on or some bullshit like that. So it's just like, ah. Like, they tried to give him, like, some of the powers from the games, but then they made him, like, somebody's stooge. Like, he's not an actual legitimate villain or threat after, like, what, the second movie or something? Second or third movie where he... I don't know. He's always, like, working for somebody else. He's not, like, the big bad villain himself. Cooler hydrate, okay. Yeah. The door just stopped him. He died from the bomb. I thought he died before the bomb went off. But yeah, they, like, stopped him with a door. He has bullshit zombie powers like Alice did. Which is funny because they had to find a way to depower Alice because she was way too powerful. They made his girlfriend way too powerful, so they had to find a way to retcon that. But even though she was... Even without that, she was still, like, unstoppable and completely superpowered. You're strong. It was just a regular door. And once again, zombie superpower Wesker. He could have easily just, like, lifted the door. It wasn't even, like, a giant, like, massive vault door or something, which is, like, several tons. No, it was just, like, a regular door that... It was like a regular, puny little pneumatic door. There's no way he couldn't just pull himself out of that. And he just stuck around to die. Like the big bad villain from the games, just completely flaccid against the door or something. Just completely... What is the word? What is the word? It's I don't know what the word is when you... There's a word for that kind of term where you can't... You're completely ineffective against something. But yeah, I just like couldn't... He couldn't get out of that door with all of his zombie powers. And then he dies. He didn't even get like a final fight or anything either. He was just pinned under a door and he died in an explosion. Spoilers, by the way, if anybody is actually really super interested in not knowing what happens in the Resident Evil movies. It's all bullshit. But that's kind of what happened with the DMCA cartoon series, right? The director thought the DMC series was dead. Like, he actually has been on record saying that he's mad he found out that Devil May Cry was actually a popular series and still alive because he thought it was dead so that he could do whatever the hell he wants with it. Like, bro doesn't even care about DMC. He just thought it was dead so he could do whatever the frig he wanted to it. And he's upset that people are mad at him for turning it into what he turns it into, which is just political statements, apparently. Apparently he used it as some sort of big political vehicle for this, like, anti-capitalism or something. I don't remember. But the fact that he didn't look at it as the series that everybody loves Devil May Cry. Like, it's still popular. People really love the DMC series. It's really cool. It's really interesting. You still see people posting memes of Nero. Nero with that dumb plastic chair. I don't know where that came from. It's not in the game. I was wondering if it was in the game for the longest time. If it's a mod, I love it. But yeah, like, Nero in the stupid plastic chair with his katana. Like, people love Devil May Cry. And then he decided that it was dead, nobody cared about it, so he was gonna do whatever the hell he wanted with it. And he got mad when he found out people still enjoy Devil May Cry. And were mad at him for what he turned it into. But a lot of these directors just want to... No, I don't care about the source material. I just want to use it as a vehicle for pushing my own thing, what I want to do. Now make your own thing! Don't, like, co-opt something else! Don't take somebody else's thing and try to co-opt it into being your own vehicle. And bruh. I don't know. A lot of people do that, though. They take something that's very popular, co-opt it for their own thing. I'm not gonna get into that, though. There's, like, plenty of examples of it. Just make your own thing if you're gonna make something. If you don't like the source material, if you don't care about the source material, just leave it alone. Go do something else. If you're just using the popularity of something to ride the coattails in order to, you know, get your name out there, and you, that's garbage. That's bullshit. I feel like that's kind of dumb. Do your own thing. In that case. Oh, hey, Kira. Is Twitch still not letting you send messages unless you highlight them? That is so weird. What the hell? It's Virgil's chair. It started... Oh, right. Nero is like, somebody's, Virgil's son, right? Now, Nero is like the little kid with the robot arm. Dante and Virgil are the two brothers. Some days it does, some it doesn't. That's bullshit. I don't know what's happening. I wish I had some idea to help you. Started as a mod to replace the chair he's sitting on in a cutscene. It's hilarious, though. It's so hilarious. I kind of wish it was real. Because that would be just, like, perfect for kind of the attitude and the, not the attitude, but the atmosphere between, like... I feel like it would fit in because Dante's kind of like, you know, blasé-faire kind of... The DMC series seems to have kind of a casual feel to it. It does feel like it would be hilarious if Virgil just had a cheap Walmart plastic chair to sit in. I've played the first one like a little bit. I got lost in it, so I couldn't figure out how to beat it. But I have not played the DMC series. This is one of those series that I kind of wish I could have played, but I never got around to play it. And then the first game I played a little bit of, but it was before I started streaming, so. And then, like I said, I got lost and I couldn't figure out how to proceed, so I just never ended up beating that game. So everything I know about it comes from memes and videos and stuff. And things I've heard about here and there. And then, of course, I watch a bunch of Sunny Legend videos. Back when he was posting on Twitter, he would post those videos that are slow motion, like combos and stuff. So I know it has like it has a very interesting like combat system. And so, yeah, it looks fun. You should get them. They're fun. Are they still on Steam as a collection? I thought there was like a HD re-release collection on Steam or something. I might have to look into it. I think I have DMC5 already. Then there was that other one, the American DMC. Or, I don't know if it was an American company that made it, but they tried to reboot it as a edgy kind of American reboot or something. And they call the protagonist from that one Dino. Or the fans do. They call the fans call the Dante from that movie Dante in name only. Because apparently that game was like real bad. I don't remember the details of it, but I remember it was not well received. 1 to 3 has a collection, 4 and 5 are separate. I think I have 5 already. But I haven't played it because I want to play the first 3 first. I don't want to come in and just play the final game in the series, or I don't know if it's a final game in the series, but there hasn't been any since 5. Oh my god, why? Why are you guys like this? Yeah. Stop it. You guys need to behave. You guys need to behave. Yes, chicken tricks. What happened to the... Hold on. I'm missing some controls here. Hold on. Nope, not this one. I'm definitely missing some control. Oh. There it is. Okay. There we go. Now it's like slowly tracking me. It's just it just disrespected the original lore, writing, and devs. Yeah, I recall hearing that it wasn't. Yeah, but then again, like anytime they try to make things like American and grungy, and they say, "Oh, we're gonna redo the entire plot or something." I don't know. I feel like that never works out. I think the same thing happened with was it the Saints Row reboot? There was an attempt to reboot the Saints Row series that didn't do well because they took what the original series was originally, and then they tried to modernize it. And that didn't sit well with the original fans of the series because this isn't what Saints Row is. It's not like respecting what the original like atmosphere and the entire thing for Saints Row was. And then the new fans coming in don't like it because I guess, I don't know, it's not their thing. It's not, they were never going to be fans of Saints Row to begin with. It's, yeah, I recall it, yeah. Anytime they take something that's already existing and try to, like, completely change it, it rarely ever works well. Especially if you're trying to appeal to the old audience. You watched a movie about a woman who was in a cargo trailer. I don't think I've heard of that one. I don't think I've heard of that movie. So yeah, I mean, I feel like you should... If you're coming into an IP, you should probably do some... You should probably, like, do some research and figure out how to appeal to that audience. And if that's not the audience you want to appeal to, then maybe you should... You know... And look somewhere else for something you can do. Because if you're not trying to appeal to the core audience of that intellectual property... Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna go well. You're gonna piss off the original fans, and nobody's gonna really like it anyways. Your chances of coming in and getting a new audience for it is probably not gonna be very high. Because they're gonna come in, they're gonna see everybody else pissed off, and they're gonna be mad too. I don't know. I just feel like it's a bad idea. I'm trying to think about it. I know they butcher, like, the original lore. Then they, like, oh god, I didn't, like... I remember not liking Virgil. I don't remember much about it, but... I remember not, in particularly not liking the new Virgil. Dante wasn't that great either. Like, she went from being that kind of... There's like a difference between the original Dante and then the remake Dante. Or Dino, I guess. Like, Dino is kind of just an annoying jerk. Dante is just a braggart. Not a braggart, not even a braggart. He's confident. He kind of just a dummy, I guess. I don't know. But there's a difference between his level of confidence and his attitude. And then there's Dino, who's just a jerk. Which is not a likable character trait. I don't know that... Oh, man. I don't know how many games come out where they're just like from the very start just telling you that our main character is a jerk. And you're gonna love him because they're a jerk. Like, no, it's kind of an annoying person. There was a trailer that got a lot of people mad. They make what they want instead of what the audience wants. Yeah. They latch on to something that's already existing, and then they manipulate it, they butcher it, and they turn it into whatever they want to push their agenda. I don't like that. And as, like I said, that's... A lot of people didn't like what the director for DMs, or the Devil May Cry series did to the series with it. Especially when they found out that he thought the series was dead and nobody cared, so he could do whatever the hell he wanted with it. No! People still love Devil May Cry. So, like, turning it into just a platform for anti-capitalist propaganda? Yeah. That's not what the DMC series was about. So people who are fans of DMC come in and they see this and they think it's annoying. And they're gonna say it's annoying because they're the fans who play the game, they love the game, they pay for the game. They've supported the game all these decades, and yeah, they're the real fans, not this director who never cared about the series at all, just thought it was dead and he could do whatever, he could shit all over it he wants. I was saying something. Oh, yeah. I don't remember what the name of the game was, but that was a game trailer. And people hated it. I hated it too, because the main character that they were portraying in it, did not seem cool and edgy. She just seemed like a bitch. Like her boss is calling and she's just there with her drink, just sipping it and not paying attention. And it's supposed to be like, oh, it's so cool. She like shits all over her boss. I wish I could do that. And this is like, that's not appealing for a character. And they wanted to play it off like this was a cool character trait of hers, because like the next couple of scenes is her getting into like really cool fight sequences, but then when she's talking with people she's like a huge bitch, and it's just like, this character does not seem appealing at all. It was this, by the way, that game's dead. The developer went on a huge Twitter rant where they posted like these images of their character, the character from that trailer drinking a cup of masculinity or something, and talking about male tears and stuff, and just making it all about like misogyny and stuff. Where I'm sitting there looking at that trailer of this really annoying character, and I'm thinking like, this character does not seem appealing at all. They just seem like really entitled and annoying. But they were going on Twitter just talking mad shit and just being like, yeah, powerful character, and all the misogynist chuds are out to get mad at us, and then their game got canceled. Like, oh man, you talk some mad shit. This is the kind of stuff that happens. You go on, you start talking some mad trash on the internet. Yeah, you're not gonna make a lot of fans. I don't know, it's just... Nah, there's like too much of that, I guess. I don't know. Excuse me, but in any case, like the character themselves is not very appealing. That is remembered why I started down that line. And I remember Dino was apparently not very appealing of a character. At least what I saw from his character. It's been a while, so I might be misremembering, but I don't remember him being a very interesting or appealing character. But people just get into their head like this. If my character is a huge asshole, then people are gonna love him because people love giant buttholes. They love characters who are huge jerks. No, that's unappealing. It's probably appealing to like a very small audience, very small, antisocial, unwell-adjusted audience. But like for the majority of people who know how to like behave in social interactions and stuff, it's not appealing if your character is a huge jerk. And I'm trying to think of like what character is a huge jerk. I mean, you could say Kratos is kind of a huge jerk, but I feel like that's different. He's just very angry. His entire deal is just that he's angry at everybody, and he takes it out on everybody. But he's not playing it up to be cool or whatever. I don't know. I feel like you could argue that Kratos is a huge jerk, but there's something different about Kratos that makes him appealing. Or not appealing, not even appealing, but acceptable. It's acceptable that he's a huge jerk because he's like so angry at all this nonsense happening around. Kratos has more heart than the normal jerk, but that's only in the new series. That's only in the reboot. It's not even a reboot. It's just a continuation of the old series. Because the new God of War takes place after God of War 3. So after he's gone on his entire villain arc and destroyed all of Greece and killed Zeus, and then they write him to be more like human. He has heart, he has a son now, and then the entire game is him like learning to open up as a person and, you know, instead of just beating everybody who disagrees with him, you know, learning to accept other viewpoints and talk to other people and realize that, hey, I may not agree with this person all the time, but that doesn't mean I have to rip their leg off and beat them to death with it. He started spanking the gods because he killed... No, that's the thing. He killed Ares, though. In the first game, he killed Ares. He avenged his family. I forget what the plot of God of War 2 was. But 3 was definitely about him trying to kill Zeus and then destroy all of Greece. But he had, like, antagonists, definitely, but he was also kind of a jerk the entire time. Like, there's several points in the game where you're like, you can... I mean, it's not even a choice. They really just force you to do it. They're just like, in order to make progress, you have to insert this orphan into this organ grinder. There's a woman tied to this, or you need this door to be held open for a second. You could either, I don't know, grab a rock and pry it out, and you jam it open, or you could use this handmaid who's just happened to be here, who has no arm strength and cannot hold that door open for shit. And then the developers don't even give you alternative options. They're just like, yeah, use this woman to jam the door open for you. Like, it was very much... And I think David Jaffe actually talks about how he hates the new games because they don't do that kind of stuff. They don't make Kratos do that kind of stuff. Which is weird that, you know, you really love these weird situations you put your character in where... In order to progress the game, the player has to kill innocent people. I'm not even like... I'm being like a little bit hyperbolic here, but... The actual, like, moral choices the game gives you aren't very much further. Like, in order to progress, you have to push this cage that contains an innocent man onto this plate that lights a fire that'll kill him and burn him to death. But it also opens this door that you need to go through. What are you gonna do, Kratos? And you don't have a choice, because the only way to open that door is to... You know, broil this man alive. I don't even think they give you, like, an option of, like, hey, you could try and get this guy out of there somehow. You're probably strong enough to pry those bars open or something. No. Your option is kill this man. There is no other option. Kill this man. This is, like, crazy. Original God of War was crazy. But still, somehow that felt a little more justified than... I don't know, just being a jerk for being to be cool or something. I'm trying to think. What about Travis Touchdown? I didn't get to play No More Heroes, but I saw a bunch of stuff about it, and he was kind of a goof. Like, Travis Touchdown wasn't the greatest person. Isn't the entire, like, premise of not Travis Touchdown, No More Heroes, that he wants to touch boobs? So he goes on this giant murder contest thing, whatever. Where he has to kill a bunch of people so he can touch a boob or something. I don't remember what the plot of No More Heroes was. I remember it not being that great, that he was killing a bunch of people for it. But somehow that was not anywhere near as bad as Girl Boss character from whatever that trailer was. I think that might have been what they were trying to... I think that might be what they were trying to portray with the character, kind of a girl boss stereotype or something, but it was... No, it was... The character wasn't very appealing. It just didn't... I definitely didn't find any appeal in the character that they were portraying in the trailer for that. I don't remember what the game was, though. But, like, there are ways to make a character that's a jerk, but also be kind of cool and appealing. Like, I don't remember Travis Touchdown being a good character. Not very, like, a good character as in, like... Maybe not being the most morally upstanding character. Maybe his motivations for what he did weren't the greatest, but I don't remember hating him for those reasons. Same with Kratos. Like, Kratos was not the greatest person. In the early God of War series, he was not a good person at all, and they definitely made it... He was definitely written so that he was even more of like, morally... I don't want to even say, like, gray area, because the things that they had him do in that game were, like, bad, so... Like, he was not a good character. He was definitely not the hero. The problem is that he was a villain, and there were other villains that he was going up against, so... Yeah, one villain going off and killing another villain. At least, like, in the new games, he's just like, I don't want to kill you, I just want to bury my wife. And everybody's just like, no, you're gonna fight us. Days was like, fine, I guess I'll fight you. As opposed to, like, early God of War where Kratos was like, sees you and is like, a QTE button appears over your head. As soon as he sees you, a QTE button shows up. That was Kratos' interaction with almost any person in the early God of War series. I think the only character that didn't get a QTE button over their head immediately was Athena. Until later on in the series. But still, like, Kratos was an interesting character. He's something that we could accept, and... You know, it's like, this is the character, these are my circumstances. I could play this game, this is an interesting game. I recognize that he's not, you know, a good guy necessarily, but... I really don't have a problem with it or anything. But yeah, I didn't see... I don't remember. I saw a little bit of the DMC remake or whatever. What is it? It's not a remake. Like, they took the Devil May Cry name and then they tried to make a thing that was kind of like Devil May Cry, but... Nah, I don't know. I don't know what to call it. But, yeah, that thing, the other DMC. One with Dino. I saw a bunch of it. I don't remember it anymore, but... I remember, like, the plot was, like, so jumbled, or they messed some things up. Like, isn't Sparta the big villain in that game? Like, in the original DMC series, Sparta is their dad, I think, and... everybody is just like, oh, these are the sons of Sparta, we need to kill them. But in, like, the DMC, the Dino DMC, Sparta is the villain, I think. I don't even know if the whole, like, Sons of Sparta thing comes into play in that one. It's, like I said, I have very hazy memories of it. I didn't play it myself, though, which is probably why. Also, it's been a while, so it could also have been. Even if I played it, I wouldn't have remembered much of it. You never played it, so you never know. So you don't know. I mean, that's fair. I'm trying to think of a good, like, example. Oh. That would be like if somebody took... They would hydrate. If somebody took Star Wars... then you know how Obi-Wan was... Luke's, master? Yeah, master. And Luke is his apprentice. So, in the original Star Wars movie, Luke was basically learning from Obi-Wan, right? Now, imagine if they reboot Star Wars and they make Obi-Wan the big villain. That's what it kind of seems like. That's the kind of reverse in position from the original DMC series to the reboot series. The Dino DMC series. So they took, like, the elements of the original and kind of butchered it and tried to make something that was kind of like it. So it's something you kind of recognize because it contains pieces of this original thing, but they're just organized wrong. It was supposed to be a reboot, it only lasted one. It's Dante, not Sparta. No, Sparta wasn't the villain. He was the same as the originals, their dead father. Oh, okay. I'm trying to remember what the villain from the reboot was then. 'Cause I swear it was just like... It wasn't the villain from the first game. But then it was like something weird, like he was a demon in control of a big corporation or something. So I don't think happened in the original DMC series. Welcome in, Dennis. Hope you're having a good Monday. I was rambling about stuff. He's rambling and being misogynistic. Because I didn't like this one trailer about this one character who was like a huge spike and B word. It was the same as the very first game. He was just written very differently and poorly. Nah, I see. Trying to remember what I remember about the first. Mundus, there we go, right. The villain from the first game was Mundus. Didn't he kill Sparta? Wasn't the entire thing that Mundus and his goons killed Sparta? And then they were mad that his sons were still alive or something? I'd have to refresh my memory on this stuff. But I don't think Dino was written very well. Like, Dante is... excuse me, I get it. Oh, I gotta reposition myself. But I just remember, like, Dante being more likable than Dino was. I'd probably have to, like, watch the series to kind of figure out, like, why was Dante more likable than Dino? Because I don't think they tried to write Dino too differently. But somehow his, like, sense of arrogance was different from Dante's. Dante? I've heard Dino before. Just because it means Dante in name only. Because they call him Dante in the series, so... I've heard Dino before. I know I've heard Dino before. Dante. Dante, 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 Dante. I like Dino more. Dino's kind of a cool name. They're a lot of fun. It's easy to help you can... Easy to find help if you get stuck on anything. Yep. Especially now. Back when the games originally came out, there wasn't like a huge... you couldn't just Google search like how to fix or how to like get through sections of the game. Now it's super easy to find help on how to beat games. Man, I remember the Nintendo Power Hotline. I remember sending them a letter because I got stuck on a Mega Man level. And I had to wait like 4 to 6 weeks for a reply. I think I beat the game in the time that it took for them to reply to me on how to get past a certain thing I was stuck on. I kind of wish I still had that letter. But like, yeah, now if you get stuck on something, you just go on Google and search like, how do I get past this thing? How do I beat this boss? How do I do this? You can just find the answers immediately. I had to check my Steam library. I know I'm 90% sure I have DMC5. It might be fun to do the first 3 DMCs on Cosy Game Night. It's definitely in the wheelhouse of old retro games. I thought I had the collection, but... You know what? I probably have the collection on my shelf over there. I probably have like a physical collection for like PS3 or something. I'll have to double check. If I don't have it on Steam or Epic, maybe? I don't want to install the Epic browser again. I hate having like a million launchers. Everything wants to run their own bloody launcher. Like Humble Bundle has one. Good Old Games also has one. Now, and then Epic and Steam, and then... Oh my god, this friggin' Origin. If you buy any EA games on Steam, it forces you to install and launch them through Origin. Piss off. I go to buy things on Steam because I want to run them through Steam. I don't want to install another launcher to run them through. I'm sick and tired of having a million launchers on my goddamn computer. I'm marginally tolerable of having a launcher for Hytale. It's because I'm addicted to that. Oh my god, I'm addicted to that game. I'm addicted to Hytale. I play it for like a couple of hours after stream, then I get to work on stuff. Mostly while I'm eating. I don't eat very fast. But I try to finish it like quickly enough so that I can get some other stuff done. But I usually like to unwind, I'll play Hytale after stream. While I'm eating. Then I get to a point where I'm comfortable just putting it down, and then I work on stuff for the rest of the night until I go to sleep. But yeah, I feel like I have to try and resist playing Hytale more. But it happens to me. There are times where I get like this urge to binge certain games. Like there was a while where for like a month I was just completely addicted to 7 Days to Die. And I just had to play that all the time. I think this was before I really got into majorly streaming. Definitely didn't have the full schedule I have now. I think I was only doing like once or twice a week. Might have been like 2 or 3 times a week. But it definitely wasn't like every day except for Thursday. And so, I played a lot of 7 Days to Die for a certain amount of time. Occasionally I get real addicted to Minecraft. And like right now it feels like I'm that way with Hytale. I'm like addicted to Hytale. And I need to stop. I need to not play so much. Now, welcome in, Dr. Titan. Hope you're having a good Monday. But I need time to relax. I have stuff I gotta do. I have to work on shorts. I'm like barely have a queue anymore. I need to like build up my queue again. Like actually build it up to a decent amount. Because I decided I wanted to do a daily upload schedule. And I'm the only one who works on my own shorts, so... If I want to have a daily short schedule, I need to. And then I decided I was going to do 2 videos a week instead of 1. Let it jump. So I give myself way too much work. I already scheduled the video for tomorrow. I said I was going to... Instead of trying to upload 2 videos one day... 2 videos on Thursday. I decided I was gonna upload 1 video twice a week. So I'm gonna try having a video on Mondays... Not Mondays, Tuesdays and Thursdays. So Thursday is going to continue to be Split Thursday, and Tuesday is going to be our new day for Craftoria, and then whatever random game I just had to play. So I've already edited that and scheduled that to go up tomorrow. I just need to work on the Split Thursday video next. Which is where we're going to probably be trying to record that later tonight. I'm going to play series tonight and we'll see how it goes. I need to see what's on series right now. Put the classic vid shorts. I have to edit those. And I don't want to put too many classic game night shorts up. I want to like spread that out among the other stuff I make. Spread that out among the other video shorts that I have. No, I've been doing this for a while. I've been doing this for a decade at least. I'm not quitting anytime soon. Then I'm adjusting my schedule to try and accommodate. But I feel like having a daily upload of something... Having daily uploads of shorts is very important for me to get, like, exposure and notice. My voice is too low, bruh. You have no idea. You can barely hear me? Is it really that quiet? It's in the red. It's definitely over the music. I don't know, maybe you need to turn up your volume. Nah, I'm in the red. I can see my meters down there. It's definitely louder than my music. Maybe it's your headphones, I don't know. No, and that's definitely not right. That's not true. I can see my meters. My voice is definitely a lot louder than the background is. Just looking at my meters here, yeah, my voice is definitely a lot louder. If I raise the volume of my voice, it's definitely gonna just peak. For your side, it's different. That might be an issue on your side. You know, guys. Since I make most of my own clips, I always listen to my own volume levels, so... Everything seems normal to me. something strange about your setup then, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, guys. What's my suggin? What's a suggin? OBS or Streamlabs? I'm using OBS. Both are lying? I don't think so. Nah, I think your headphones might be busted or something, bruh. I'll have to check it later. I don't know. Door says he can hear me just fine. I don't know if anybody else is around to verify that or not. Anyways. I have to see what I got on my Steam library. I'll do that later. Oh man, that chili. I did nothing. I literally have not touched anything. I've not touched a single thing. Da 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 da. So yeah, I got a video scheduled to go out tomorrow. I need to work on this by Thursday after VR tonight. So we're gonna do series tonight, and hopefully my controller. I've been fine. Thank you, Kira. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my audio levels are basically what they've always been, so... It's been fine up until now. Telling me I have to record that. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of editing for that and get that ready for Thursday. And then I have to record a craft tutorial so I can get a head start on that. Oh man, I was gonna look into something on Craftoria. I forgot what it was though. I think it was something I saw Chosen Architect doing. I wanted to see if it was in our mod pack. Why do you... I see. Okay. Alright, let me move this back. Hydrate. I'm gonna vomit.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
No, it's not Magibane. Yeah, Dr. Titan, thank you for the follow. Oh, man. If it's a create thing, we don't have that. We have a lot of create, but I don't think it was create. I think he'd have to do something. He did something with like a... It was another one of those machines like the block breaker thing. but you could use it to wirelessly transmit power. I think I wanted to look into that and see we have that in Raptorio. And there was something else, I think. I don't remember what it was, though. In his last video, I don't know if it was his last video. It was when he was trying to make the time crystals. Because I remember you have the time wand, which means that we have time crystals. Then I was wondering if we had some of the other machines he was using. Ah! Kick my chair. Hold on. I need to look into that. But it was like one machine he had that you power it, and then you can select an area. Basically just the same as the block placer and the block breaker, but you use it to, like, power machines. Just Dire Things. It might have been part of Just Dire Things. Oh, my back. We have that one? Okay, I need to go look into the... That'll help me out a lot, because that means I don't have to set up a whole bunch of those, flux points. It's just Dire Things. Okay. So I had to go find that and bookmark it. I think there was something else I wanted to look into. Not just the, Not just Magic Bane or anything. There's a bit of automation I still gotta set up. I didn't manage to set up automation for a lot of the, like, copper plates and rods and stuff. And with iron, I did the same thing with iron. Bruh. There we go. I think I set up automation to create the iron gears. So I just need to set up automation for bronze and steel and... I think that might be it. I don't think I need much else than that. I don't think I need a dedicated setup for that anyways. But pretty soon I should be able to automate creating the bronze drills. So I'll be able to keep the steam cores going for a good while longer. I just need to figure out how to make the iron, or not the iron, the electric cores. That way we could just start farming diamond in specific. Because right now we're not getting a lot of diamonds. You wish you could craft a black hole just for fun, bruh. Didn't that almost break our server? Somebody made a black hole and then the server kept crashing. Didn't that happen in the Craftoria server? I swear something like that happened. There's no black hole. I thought that was a spill. There was something that I came across that was sucking up blocks from everywhere. I don't know what that was. I almost flew right into it. But don't suck. Something was pulling up blocks. There was some kind of rift that was sucking up blocks. Because it looked like something was tearing up the terrain. And it was also pulling me in. I had to be very careful because almost, like I said, almost flew right into it. But eventually it just like closed up on its own. Okay. Doom da 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 da. Oh, my back. Oof, oops, almost lost my balance. No. Sitting back down. Thank you for the stretch. It's just 360. That's more than anything in the game. That's still more than anything has health in the game, I think. I think you could probably one-shot the Ender Dragon with that. Maybe even a Wither? I don't know. I don't know what the HP values for the Ender Dragon or the Wither are. Nah. Chaos Dragon, bruh. Nice. I remember fighting the Chaos Dragon. You have to go like 10K blocks before you can find an Ender Dragon or a Chaos Dragon. I remember that thing being a pain. You're just gonna nuke it? I mean, if you're doing like 360 damage, you could probably just take it down in a couple of hits. Just right. The shield? What shield? Yeah, I need to let it. I need to log into the my Craftoria server. My offline Craftoria. I need to log in and figure out what I need to work on next. I think I'm still working in the modern industrialization area. I want to get the drill production automated. Then I need to figure out how I'm going to make the electric quarries, which is... I guess we're still going to need drills for that. Then I'm... No, excuse me. Yes, to... You can... See there? Me. Indestructible sealed? I don't remember that. They must have added that. That must be a new addition. I definitely don't remember the shield like that. Yeah, I need to figure out what I'm gonna do next on the next recording of Craftoria. Just 1.12. I don't remember in the last time I played a pack that had the Chaos Dragon. Because the Chaos Dragon is part of Draconic Evolution, isn't it? I don't know if I've played with any packs that have Draconic Evolution in a while. Assuming Draconic Evolution is even still around. Oh man, I gotta sneeze again. There's something like in my nose. Yeah, maybe I need to make like a notepad so I can write down like, what am I gonna do in Craftoria? We did some exploring last time. I finally explored that dungeon that I found at the very start of the series. Oh, you know what I gotta do? Well, I could probably do it off recording. I think I need to find another Ender Golem. No, that was on my community server. Because I tried to bottle it in the overworld and it disappeared. So I need to find another End Ruin. If I can get another Ender Guardian and Golem thing. Then I need to also look into the scythe and the magic band. Oh, I need to finish setting up the enchantment area. No, that was on the community server because we were setting up enchanting on there. So maybe I should start looking into finding a library I can steal in the offline series. You can collide an item at 200k meters per second into another item. What do you have, a super collider? Is there a super collider in all the mods 10? No, I'm back. Okay. Place again, app's still sponsored. Each of you guys want to help me be able to afford upgrades and fixes to my computer? Actually, well, fixes on my computer right now. I'm not gonna upgrade it anytime soon, but if you want to help me afford fixes for my computer, I'm being sponsored by Dimsay Last Survivors. Click on the link in the about. I didn't pin the link to the chats. Yeah, in my about section, you can find the link. You can go download it on mobile and play it, and it'll help me out. I'm such a great salesperson. Yeah, go do this thing for me. Thanks, bye. I'm a little eepy, mate. I'm gonna say it's because I'm a little eepy right now. Do you love Auratech? I don't think I've messed with Auratech that much. I think it may have been in a couple of mods, but I don't think I've ever delved too deep into it. So I'm not familiar with it, really. What's that smelly smell? Does something smell? Do I smell something stinky? Do I smell a stinky bully? Oh, hey, Hero! Hello, Hero. I see you're here. Bully. I see a smelly bully. Welcome in, Hero. Hope you're having a great day. I should have just said, hope you're having a day. Welcome in, Hero. Hope you're having a day. Look, guys, this is a bully. Look at that. That's a bully right there. That's a real bully. I'm not a bully. I'm innocent and cute. That's a bully. That guy right there. No, down here. Yeah, he's around here. That's a bully right there. The bully. You're not too. You're stinky. You're stinky. Getting the little one showering. Good luck with that. You are cute. Is that what Ara tells you? Is that what Ara tells you? Bro. She's lying to you. She's obviously trying to manipulate you. The guy's getting manipulated by Grot. I'd tell you, you're a dummy now, bruh. Getting bullied by your own AI assistant. You're getting bullied by the Google Copilot. What the hell was that sound? Oh, that was my door. I think that was my door. She turns around and follows up with "Shut up, dummy." It's hilarious. And the last time I was in there, she was glazing you to an uncomfortable degree. It was weird. That was very suspicious of you. What else have you trained her to say? I'm both the and a pervert. Degenerate. It was kind of weird. I won't lie about it. It was kind of weird. His AI is glazing you a little too much. I was wondering if I was gonna say something and get you banned or something. I mean, what the hell is Hero doing with this thing off stream? I wonder. But yeah, dude, I hope you're not getting manipulated by that thing. I've heard some really weird stories about people getting like really into that stuff. And then, oh my god, there's like so many horror stories about AI manipulating people into doing things, yeah. Bruh, it'd be weird if I had an audience that wants me to call them degenerate. Yours probably into that, though. I bet you Ara calls him a degenerate all the time. See here? What do you mean there? No, it's the wrong face. It's Tuesday. But yes, hope you're having a good day. All jokes aside here, I hope you're having a good day. Can't let the chat have too much power. already give you guys way too much power. You guys... I need to raise the price on the flashbangs. I need to raise a lot of the prices and lower some prices so that you guys use stuff over other stuff. Knowing my luck, you guys are saving up so that you can get the more expensive ones. You're gonna raise the global cooldown in the flashbang. Make sure all you guys share the same timer. Unless you pay me money, in which case then you can go wild. Otherwise, you guys gotta wait for it. Bro has 2 AI girlfriends. He's a degenerate. I see how it is. Dating sisters too, huh? This degenerate behavior over here. And I noticed you don't bring Mika on stream. Afraid she's gonna say something, huh? Gotta hide that one. They split their time sometime. I noticed you've been posting clips about them on your YouTube. How's that been going for you? I've seen a couple of them. I haven't really been paying attention because I've been so busy with other stuff. I try to drop a like whenever I can. People seem to think it's funny. That's good. That's good here. Chad only pull them out when he had 1 or 2 people. Discord takes up a lot of resources. Like, even I notice performance drops whenever I'm in a VC. So yeah, like I can imagine. Oh, look at that. We're being sponsored today. We're sponsored by Doomsday Last Survivors. Go play it right now. Click that link and install the game on mobile and play it right now. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Install it on mobile and play right now. Man, why? What is with that face? What is with that excited face, Doors? It's not. What do you mean? Is the Chihuahua stare? shaking my head. There you go. Oh, I can't check my phone right now. Oh, here it is. No, wait, this is my tablet. Sure I didn't get any emails from YouTube. You're banned again. I didn't see anything, so I think we're good. Bro, the drop-off on this mic is like so bad. I barely lifted my headset and just started jumbling that up. Do 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 da da da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Bro, I was gonna talk about something. I don't remember what I was gonna talk about. What do you mean back? Did we go down? Did my net die? No, it didn't. Oh, okay. Maybe Tuesday. What else should we talk about? Oh, apparently there was like a leak about Splatoon Raiders. There was like a trademark put in for Splatoon Raiders going into effect, or the date of publication was like February 17th. And people suspect that that's when the announcement's gonna be. That's when the Nintendo Direct is gonna be. There's no way they're releasing Splatoon Raiders on the 17th. That would be wild, though. It was just a stealth release. Like, they had the Direct on that day, and then... available today, you can play Splatoon Raiders right now. In which case, I'm kinda screwed because I don't have a Switch 2. And I need to fix my computer before I can even think about buying a Switch 2. Why can't I attract some oil baron or something? I need whalers. I need to be one of those streamers that attracts those whalers. Like the Thoughty Prince or whatever that drops all kinds of money. Saudi Prince. I know what it is, too. It's because I don't have a certain other site to attract money. No, I need that oil prince money. I need that money, not the actual oil. Yeah, unfortunately, emeralds aren't gonna give me a Switch 2. Tell you what I want to switch to. I want to play Splatoon Raiders. No matter what it turns out to be, I'm probably gonna want to play it. And also, my Switch 2 may be dying, so or not my Switch 2, my Switch 1 may be dying, so I need to get a Switch 2. Sad capitalism, yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not one of those streamers that attracts a lot of people who just drop buttloads of money on them. Yeah, here's $1,000. Enjoy, streamer. Though, to be honest, okay, if somebody came in here and dropped $1,000, I would be highly suspicious. I would be highly suspicious of anyone who drops $1,000 on my stream. I would also be like, bro, are you sure you're okay? That is a lot of money to drop on a streamer. But there are some streamers that get that kind of... that they attract that kind of viewership, and I'm just like, I don't know how they do that. Do not give big money now. Give only what you can comfortably deal with. Just give what you're comfortably able to part with. As long as you're able to take care of you guys. As long as you're able to take care of yourselves. That's my main concern. I do want to be able to support myself through streaming activities someday. But not at the cost of my viewers. That's why I don't need... I try to avoid sponsorships that require you guys to spend money. That's why we didn't do the Factor 48, whatever, sponsorship a while back. Because it would be like a minimum $50 buy-in in order for me to get credit. It's like a minimum of 50-something dollars for me to get credits. We only have 2 subs right now. I've fallen off. I'm washed up. My streaming career is dead. I only have 2 subs. I guess this is my last stream, guys. I'm washed up. I need a sad face. I need like a really, really sad face. I need those Prime subs in order to continue streaming. Use that Prime sub here. Maybe 7 monthly subs was a bit too ambitious. Immediately feel our goal 1 month in. I mean, there's still time. I don't know. Maybe we'll get some more subs. Still just day 2. It's February 2nd. Is it the 2nd of February? You'll fund 5 subs in a day, bro. If you're able to, I mean... Yeah, there's like, don't overspend if you can't afford it. Don't worry about it. I appreciate that you guys want to help you guys want to support the stream goals. But make sure you're able to take care of yourself too. Sub goals are a luxury, I guess. It's not that important. You're moving? Oh. Is it for work or something? Hope you're moving somewhere nice. Da 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 da. $50, oh no. Oh, I thought he meant it was for, like, it would be nice. 50-50, it would be nice. Looks, it's okay, but it's also kind of a shithole. Too close to the beach, bruh. Some people would love that. Some people would love being able to live close to a beach. I can't remember the last time I've been to the beach. You don't like the beach? Why not? Born to the minds and the machines? Meh. I see. Yeah. No, huh? Oh, I can't get my hands behind. Oh, I can, kind of. Oh, they're attached to my head now. That one didn't even make it behind my back. This one did. Not this one. This one doesn't seem to go back there. Imagine playing all the mods 10 server. It would probably wouldn't be that much different from the Craftoria's server. I'd get it way in over my head and not be able to do things. I thought about doing Sky Factory 5, but I really didn't like the entire dye color thing. Everything starts off black and white, and some of the color shifts are kind of hard on the eyes. To the Sky? I think I've heard about that one. I've played Project Ozone 3 before. I think that one's a Skyblock. But yeah, I was thinking about doing another series with Sky Factory 5, but like I said, I really didn't like the whole dye color system thing. And I feel like once you set up a dye farm, you basically just unlocked everything in the game, so... I don't know. It's kind of a pain to get started, but once you get dyes going, you basically just have everything you need. Well... I can give it a try to the sky. I might give it a try, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I can enter the servers. The problem with that is... Leave more light to you. I don't know. I think if I was to install it, it still can be as difficult. But also, if I go onto a multiplayer server... suddenly people are gonna just bombard me with items and... I don't know. I feel like if I join a multiplayer server, I'm not gonna be able to discover things on my own because people are suddenly gonna give me, like, netherite armor and... People are gonna just hand me god tier weapons and stuff. Well, I feel like, man, am I really playing the game at this point? Yeah. I mean, that's what happened to Pars when they joined the Craftorius server. Everybody just started throwing a bunch of items and accessories at them. Hey, Red Corn, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Monday. Don't accept things. I don't want to be rude. People come bearing gifts. Who am I to reject your gifts? It would be rude of me. Just accept and burn the bro. Oh man. Somehow that seems very brutal. It seems very brutal. Yeah, thank you for the gift. Tosses it in the fire. That seems very brutal. Oh, I'll treasure it always. Puts it in the trash. That seems mean. Your friend does it all the time, oh no. I still have everything you guys have given me on the Craftorius server. I don't use them all the time, but I still have them. I didn't throw them away. It's funny when he does that. That seems mean, though. Voila. It's the first mod pack he's playing. That's cute. It's adorable. Nobody's having a good time with it. Though all the mods 10 seems to be... It seems to be a bit overwhelming if you're just starting off on mod packs. I feel like there's better stuff like better Minecraft that might be a bit of an easier, you know, entryway into modded Minecraft. I started off with very early Sky Factory, so... I mean, I had to learn how those work. Why? There. Do you like the bees? I was in a mod, or I played a mod pack that had resource bees. There's also mod packs that give you resource cows, and I love the resource chickens. Unfortunately, those kind of like disappeared from mod packs. I miss having the little chickens and my crossbreeding them and optimizing. On one of our multiplayer servers that Kill set up, I set up an entire like... I set up the hive. I basically set up the hive from the Resident Evil movie. So like every floor was a different like experiments kind of mod pack thing. Like we had one floor that was entirely dedicated to the applied logistics networks. But we had one floor that was entirely dedicated towards the resource chickens, and it had laboratories where I was genetically breeding the resource chickens, so that we could have all the resources being generated in there. How long will Kill be paying for the Craftoria server? I don't know. You probably paid for the year again or something. You probably paid for Craftoria for the entire year, so we'll see if he keeps doing that next year too. Or if we just end up, like, or if he wants to pick up another mod pack and we just do something else. I think I'll get you my castle built before we end up switching to a new mod pack. But like, he never joins on... I don't think he joins in and plays or anything, so... It seems unfair to ask him to keep paying for the Craftoria server if he's not playing on it. You missed the Grump Cat? He's been playing Cyberpunk recently. Like a lot of Cyberpunk, apparently. Excuse me. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, my hair keeps getting stuck in my display. You hadn't? I don't... Has it been that long? I don't remember the last time he was on the server, but... Like I said, he was doing his own thing, and he kept getting mad every time I tried to build stuff, so I kind of just went and did something else somewhere else. So I could build stuff and not worry about him getting mad. Because I tried to mark the mine entrance with that little... I guess a gazebo or something. And then he just got mad about that. Because I had a plan, I was gonna do something going... Well, I mean, nobody was doing anything, and it was like a random hole in the middle of nowhere. So I just, like, tried to make it into, like, a landmark so that people could see, like, oh, this is the entrance, I gotta go over here to get down there. You mark all times. Oh always had a good memory. But yeah, like he got mad when I tried to do that so that we could be like, where's the entrance to the mine? I can't find it. Oh, it's over here. So I made it like really noticeable. And then he got mad about that. He's like, oh, I was gonna do something there, but he didn't do anything. And so I made it like easy to get in and out of the mines. Welcome in, Parker. Hope you're having a good Monday. I think I tried to do some stuff to the starter house too, and he got mad about that too, so eventually I decided, I'm just gonna go somewhere else and build... I'm gonna go build my dream castle somewhere else. And then I started that project. Thus, I don't have time to really work on it. I've been waiting to just, like, build my castle and finish that. There's a lot of stuff I gotta do in order to have resources to build it, too. I think I have a lot of resources to build it, though. We automated a bunch of the stuff that we need for that. David Hydrate. Speedrun the castle? I should. The problem is that I want to set up some areas for things, but I don't know exactly what. And then, like, it turns out it's a lot smaller than I realized. So I need to figure out what to do with space. Okay, that's interesting. Build. Then make rooms later. That's a problem, though. That's not how I build things. I don't understand how people make things by building the exterior first and then filling it in. I'm starting to think that's a bot. I think we got a bot over on Red Twitch. You don't see it? No, there's some weird messages coming from Twitch, from Red Twitch. None of it is related to what's happening on stream right now. Except the mention of VRChat. Anyways. Is Red Twitch not showing up on the stream? But yeah, I had to figure out, like, rooms and the castle layout and stuff. Oh, there's Doors over on Red Twitch. Hey, Doors. You don't lurk too much, yeah. I think the majority of my audience is on Twitch, really. I think we had a couple of people who lurk on YouTube, but YouTube doesn't really give me statistics about, like, my viewership over there. I think they might be a bot. I might just time them out for a bit. Let's do a 10-minute timeout. It can be very confused, human. Well, maybe they'll unconfuse themselves in the next 10 minutes. Because I have no idea what those messages are about. It's really kind of strange. It's like word salad. I need a button that just notifies my mods whenever I need to notify somebody, but I don't want to be... I don't want to be entirely super... just like... obvious about it. Like, I don't want to sit here shouting, mods! Mods! Do I have mods? I need like a button I can press to alert them to be like... SOS. I need you guys to look into something for me real quick. Casually shoot? Yeah. I just shot him a little. Maybe that'll wake them up. When they get back. Need 10 minutes from their timeout shooting. From the timeout gun. You got those timeouts. Pew pew. Man, we talked about a bunch of random stuff today. That makes me happy. I'm glad about that. I'm glad I can talk about random nonsense and not just be sitting here like, I don't know what to talk about. Every time I think about it, I'm always like, man, what the hell am I going to talk about? And then we end up randomly talking about stuff. Oh man, I saw this thing on TikTok the other day about the Amazing Digital Circus. I want to catch up on the Amazing Digital Circus, because apparently there's a lot of new interesting stuff that's been happening. And the creator for the Amazing Digital Circus keeps saying that everybody's gonna start hitting Jack soon. And so, like, yeah. Then there's apparently like there's a theory, conspiracy about the director's office being the same colors as Palm Naso. I'm kind of curious. I want to see some Amazing Digital Circus. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it alone though. That's the thing. Maybe we watch it on stream sometime. That way we can watch it together and just be amazed by it. It's really interesting, especially the stuff that's happening with Kinger. Like how he goes from... Is that like a sundowner situation? Where like, I think the sundowner syndrome is like whenever it gets dark, people start like being unable to like mentally process things. But during the daytime, they're like coherent and fully aware. Where it seems to be like the opposite with Kinger, where whenever he's in the shadows, he's able to think and process, but when he's in the light, he has can get coherence issues, or like he can't think properly in the light. Which is, I guess, the exact opposite of Sundowner Syndrome. Heartopia. I haven't looked in Heartopia yet. I bookmarked it, but I haven't looked at it. It looked interesting. It looked fun. I just haven't gone around to looking further into it. Oh man, last night when I was done with streaming and I was eating, speaking of games, I played a little Mecha Break off stream. I wanted to get my missions done, and they reset, so I have a completely new set of missions now, so I did a couple of them. Yeah. I actually unlocked the new guy, Freyr. I finally got enough mission tokens to completely unlock Freya, so I have Freyr now. I was playing a bit of Freyr too. It was fun. Freyr's like really unbalanced right now. I'm getting the feeling that they're gonna nerf him. I feel like they're gonna nerf Freyr really quickly. Hey, Vapor. The best movie you watched in a while?
Throwing flashbang.
I don't know. Let's see. Why are you guys like this? Why are you guys like this? Stop it. Stop it. You guys are gonna behave. You hear me? You didn't behave. Welcome in. Hope you had a good time at the movie. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. I have no idea what the movie's like, so... I just know how annoying everything is around Markiplier, so... everybody's just like, oh... I watched his, like, latest couple of videos, and it's just... I don't know. I can't watch it. I think my interest changed or something, because I really just can't deal with a lot of his stuff recently. I forget, he was watching something. Oh, I remember what it was. She was doing an LP of a game, and then she was like, as the world-famous director, blah, 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 I feel like my opinions hold more. I was just like, oh god, this is insufferable. I don't think so. Every time I think about Iron Lung now, I just think about how insufferable Markiplier is gonna be for a while. As he rides this one bit, then it's just like, oh, I don't like this bit. I know he can still be entertaining to me because I listened to his Distractable stuff. Like, he does post videos about Distractable, and I enjoy listening to him, like, talk about stuff and actually be, like, a genuine person. But when he gets into that entire, like, blowhard persona of his, it's just like, oh, God, I can't listen to this. I'm actually cringing. I need to listen to something else. I don't know. So I really don't know if I'm gonna like Iron Lung or not. The fact that he, like, casts himself as a lead role. Stuff like that. I hear that and I'm just like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. Maybe it's good. I don't know. Then he goes on and starts crying about it. I'm just like, this seems kind of performative. I don't know. How is this? I probably just have to see it myself somehow. And then we'll see. Then I'll see if it's like a actually good thing or if it's not. Or if it's just like his massive audience of teenage girls just elevating him to super success. Like, oh yeah, you gotta Your movie got like 3 million for 21 million or something first day of. How's that nudie poster that you posted doing too, huh? What's the target audience for that? What's the target audience for your nudie pics? I feel like maybe I'm being too harsh on him, but like I said, I don't know, I just don't like that blowhard attitude persona that he puts on. Like I said, I've seen his stuff when he's like being genuine and it's just him with his friends having fun, and I really enjoy it. But I'm obviously not in that teenage girl demographic that's leading him to amazing success. That's probably way too harsh. Oh my god, the bot's back. Has it already been 10 minutes, bruh? Excuse me? Yeah, I think I'm gonna ban them. I'm pretty sure it's just a bot spewing random word salad. But I don't think that's actually a person. Thank you with hydrate. Now you see, if I had a button, I could just press the button and my Discord would be notified. And they would take care of this. And I wouldn't have to, like, call it out and stuff. Ugh. Will I sandblast? I hope not. I don't want my stomach to be that mad at me. Unless you're talking about something else. Something keeps tickling my nose. I don't know what it is. I think it might be a hair in my HMD. Very Tuesday. It's you? Are you tickling my nose? Bruh, I think I need to stand up. Yeah, I'm banning this person. Noose is a bot. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, bot. Sure, yeah. Sure, yeah. So, yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm way too critical of Markiplier. But like I said, I like when he's more genuine. I feel like I really don't like his blowhard persona. And that's what it comes down to. It's just a very blowhard persona where he's just like, I'm the greatest. I'm always right. I'm never wrong. I made a movie, and as somebody who has done this one thing, I feel like I'm the authority on this other completely unrelated stuff, and yeah, I don't know. I just don't like that. They call him bombastic, but I don't know. It's off-putting for me. That's the thing. It's just off-putting. And I've done that entire, like, blowhard persona thing before, but I try not to make it my entire thing. I pull it out occasionally, but it's not like my entire persona. And also with the, he's like doing the thing with his voice too, so like he's trying to make himself as deep and sexy as possible at all times. It was just like, oh, nah. I don't want to be critical of Markiplier. Like, I want him to be a nice person. Too many of the people I see on YouTube that I really like and think are like, oh, this person seems like a nice person, turn out to be like utter trash. I don't want him to be utter trash. But I'm like wondering if we're gonna find out that he did stuff. But yeah, like, I want to like Markiplier. I just can't, so I don't... It's this, sometimes his entire shtick just really puts me off. Which is why, like, everybody's, like, going crazy over... Everybody's been going crazy over Iron Lung forever. Like, oh, they posted promotional art of Markiplier naked, covered in blood for Iron Lung. I'm so excited for this. It was like, And then the entire time that FNAF 2 was coming... Not FNAF 2, FNAF 1. The first Five Nights at Freddy's movie, the entire time it was coming out, all everybody could ever talk about was like, oh, well, if this was... Markiplier was in this movie, this is what he would have done. Nobody was talking about FNAF as a Five Nights at Freddy's movie. They were talking about it as a vehicle for Markiplier. And I was just like, ah, God, I don't like this. I want people to be excited for the movie itself. Not because, like, one time he screamed, I'm the king of Five Nights at Freddy's. That's the only thing they like about Five Nights at Freddy's, is that Markiplier did a series about it. If I hadn't told you he was in the movie... He wasn't in the movie, that's the thing. And that's... So many people were upset about that. They wanted him to be in Five Nights at Freddy's because he screamed, I'm the king of Five Nights at Freddy's one time. They had, like, other creators who did a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's movies. Or not movies, content in that movie. But nobody really pays attention to them because they're not Markiplier. So Iron Lung, he's the main actor. Like, he cast himself in the main role of the movie. You can't watch that movie or see anything about the promotional material without seeing Markiplier. And that's all people are talking about. There's like, Markiplier funded and acted in its own movie. And people like going crazy over that. Never seen a thing about it. Mom, as soon as you see a trailer or something, you'll know. I don't even know if you watch Markiplier, so maybe you wouldn't even know. I don't know exactly how much of a Markiplier fan you are, Doris. I don't know how many nudie calendars you bought. Like, most of his audience is teenage age, right? There's no way his audience is, like, older generation, like 30, 40s and higher. His audience has to be, like, teenage range. And then he decided to do a nudie calendar. I don't know, bruh. What the frick? Doesn't seem like a great idea. He did good vids, but you don't watch. I watched him a long time ago. Like I said. It feels like his content has changed. He's become more of a... He's really leaned into the blowhard persona. I feel like when he was doing his earlier stuff, he was very much just like a guy having fun playing games and screaming and... But then he started leaning into the blowhard persona a lot, and then people just started writing it off as saying like, oh, he's a bombastic and... Most of his fans are adults. Are you sure about that? I don't know about that. I've heard conflicting evidence. I've heard conflicting things, but I haven't looked deep enough to verify whether or not there's any, like, statistics or sources behind that. I have a feeling that most of his audience is very, you know, early 20s to the teenage range. Because that's what he does. He screams a lot. He makes very, like, very animated, like, videos and... Very much those, something that would appeal more to, like, a very young adult teenage audience. I don't know. Like I said, I want to like him. And I did watch a bunch of his earlier series. But eventually, that persona started to be just the entire thing, and I kind of, like, fell off. I can still tell you exactly where it became too much for me. It was during his playthrough, what was the game? It was something evil. It wasn't Resident Evil. It was that LP where he was just running around the entire time screaming about soup. God, I can, like, picture the box art in my head, but I can't remember what it was called. Evil Within, I think. I think it was Evil Within, and the entire time he was ignoring the plot the entire time and just screaming about soup, and it became insufferable to the point where I had to stop watching the series entirely. And that was like that was the point where I really fell off of watching Markiplier's stuff. Him running around screaming about soup's here, ma'am. I'm just here to deliver soup. You got any soup? He was like, bruh, you're like ignoring the entire game just to do your own bit. I don't know, that I don't like that kind of stuff. That was definitely when I basically just decided to stop watching Markiplier's stuff. Bruh. Occasionally I load up a video to see if he's gotten any better. And maybe what appeals to me has changed. Maybe now I'm like in a better place mentally or whatever to really appreciate the nuances of Markiplier. I don't think so. Like, he was doing a dumb bit in a recent video where he was just like, well, as a director of a #1 multi-million-dollar gross-earning movie, I feel like my opinion about this game is the right opinion, and the game developer did things wrong because I wouldn't have... And I was like, nope, I'm clearly not in the place mentally to really appreciate this. But like I said, yeah, I do load up Distractable occasionally and listen to that, and I can listen to that. I can listen to him and Bob and Wade just talk about random stuff on Distractable, and it's funny. I have a good time listening to those. Because it's just him and his friends just having fun, shooting the shit and making jokes and, you know, just having a good time together. I can listen to those and find enjoyment in it. So it's probably just the persona that doesn't mesh with me. And I hope he's a good person. I hope he turns out to be a good person. So many, like, content creators have turned out to be, like, really terrible people. They get canceled, and then all of this stuff comes to light, and you find out that, oh, they were eating babies, and they were worshipping Satan. You know those little labels on your mattress that say "do not tear off"? They were tearing all of those off. You know, just like the worst things you could possibly do. And you find out, like, oh, hey, this one goofy YouTuber I really enjoyed was embezzling money. They didn't recycle all their cans. It's kind of depressing, actually. seeing all these people that you wanted to believe in turn out to be really bad people. I'm kind of amazed Pro Jared managed to recover his career after his debacle. Everything that happened with Pro Jared and Rubber Ross and stuff. Like, they managed to come out of that controversy and still have careers. Gerard is trying to get his career back. No, people still want to shit on him. I can kind of understand what he was... Like, from his point of view, he's trying to make sure that the money that he was donating from the foundation in order... He wanted to make sure it wasn't going to... illegitimate causes. You didn't want to donate the money to a research center, and it turns out that it was a phony research center, or it was a problematic research center. Because that's what happened to Fruit, isn't it? Like, she donated to a certain cause, and then people were like, oh, well, did you know that these people that Fruit donated to were actually really bad people? She should have known better and not donated to such problematic charities. Because if you donate to the wrong charity organizations, people will still crucify you. They crucified him for not donating the money fast enough, but they would also have crucified him if he had donated it to a charity that turned out to be a scam somehow. Even if there was like no possible way for him to know that they were going to be a scam or something, they still would have crucified him. So Gerard was really in a no-win situation. And I watched a couple of these YouTubers that were covering the stuff during the time, and it was definitely looking like a bunch of them were just looking for reasons to shit on him. And I was just like, man, there's no winning this situation for him. Either he kept the money and he kept holding on to the money until he found a good cause that he felt was going to actually, do some good with it and not waste it, which is what he did. Or he could have just shoved the money out to anybody who was willing to accept it, as long as they kind of maybe resembled the cause that he was advertising that it was going to go towards. Either he did that, and then it turns out, oh, these guys are actually con artists that were just taking the money and not doing anything with it. They just took the money and bought steaks with it or whatever. You still get crucified for that. They go on a bit. Alright, Doris, thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a good night. Go EP early, bruh. I got stuff I gotta do after this. I got stuff I gotta do after stream. Stretch break? Okay. And hydrate. Okay. Thank you for the hydrate. Alright, let me stand up. Oh, man. Don't sandblast, bruh. But yeah, I feel like Gerard was in an impossible situation. He wanted to make sure the money was going to go to actually to research facilities or research centers that were actually going to do something with the money. And we're actually going to do some good with that. But the internet wanted a reason to crucify him, so they found one. And watching all of these... I'm gonna be honest, the biggest like culprit of it was Quintio. I watched a Quintio stream while he was going over this stuff, and it was just like, you're not even trying to give him the benefit of the doubt here. You're just looking for excuses to shit on him now. Like I said, I even asked in his chat, like, what would have happened if he had donated to a cause and it turned out that... What happens if he had donated the money to a charity that said they were going to be researching this thing that the money was meant for? But then it turned out that they lied and they just funneled that money somewhere else and they spent money on... I don't know, they bought Ferraris and Gucci bags. What happens? What would have happened if the money that had been raised for this research and, benefit of, people who are suffering that one condition, what if that money was donated to a cause or a charity that ended up abusing that money? Would you still be looking for reasons to crucify him, or would you actually be... Well, I mean, he donated to this cause. It's not his fault that they know. You would have been there saying that, no, he should have done more research. He should have researched it better and found out that they were scammers ahead of time. And what, giving them the money? Isn't that the problem, that he took too long to give the money away? Did you want him to instantly know everybody was reputable or not? Of course, they ignored that because that wasn't the point. That wasn't the point of the entire stream. It was him and somebody else, and their entire purpose for that stream was to find reasons to shit on Gerard. Now I'm just like, man, I don't know about this. I never did get an answer about that. And of course, if you ask him or any of them now, okay, what if this, they'll ban you immediately. But, if it turns out that they don't immediately ban you, they'll say, oh, well, I would have given him the benefit of the doubt, and I would have understood. It would have been no. No, they wouldn't have. They just wanted to shit on him. Because that's what got them views. They wanted to get those views from people who wanted to see this person get shit on. Because that's entertaining. They like watching. That's the internet. Everybody like watching people's drama. And, you want those views. You gotta give people what they want. And they want to see these people get shit on. But these guys also go oh, I'm just giving it the information as it comes. I'm impartial. Are you really impartial, though? What I saw in that stream didn't really feel impartial. It felt more like I said, just what can we use as an excuse here? Oh, my spine hurts. Oops. Oh, why am I down here now? Hey, hero. Welcome back. Oh, man. I don't have a lot of room to move here, so whenever I take stretch breaks, there's not a lot of space. Maybe I'll tag Quintio on X and see if he'll give me an answer, or just ban me immediately. Just ask him, like, hey, if they had donated this money and it turned out that the foundation that he had donated to, if it turned out that they were a scam, would you still be condemning him for what he... Would you condemn him for then donating that money to for a fake cause or a scam cause or whatever? Or would you be more forgiving that he got scammed while donating that money? Because it sure seemed like you wanted to shit on him for a reason. For any reason. I'll leave that part out. I just want to know if the situation would... Anybody thinks the situation would be any different if he had donated the money and it turned out to be a scam. Isn't that the story he tells, though, that when his mother passed away, they donated her body to science so that she could be used for, like, research and, you know, dealing with that condition she had? But what ended up happening was they sold her body to a military base that fired mortars at it? Or something. Like, it was used for, like, not what her last wishes were. And it was, like, such an egregious, like, misuse of her body that they can't just, like, recover it and then use it for research. Like, you assholes fired mortars at her. Isn't that the way the story goes? And that's why he was, like, really apprehensive about just giving the money away to any cause. Because he wanted to make sure that it was actually being used for the purpose it was meant for. And he just couldn't find anybody that he felt was trustworthy enough. So they just held the money in a trust and kept looking, and then people found out and they're like, he's embezzling the money! Actually, no, all the money's accounted for, but he's embezzling it! He's lying to you! He's using that money for your Gucci cars and... Like, no, the money's accounted for. There was, like... I feel like he provided, like, records or stuff to prove that the money was still, you know, safe and accounted for. He was just so in the process of trying to, you know, vet out a good, you know, charity or whatever to deal with it. She was trying to vet out a good, you know, research thing, whatever, to donate the money to, so that it would be used properly. Not everybody just wanted... So yeah, I do wonder, like, well... Do you think your opinion would be any different if that other situation had happened? The frig is happening tomorrow? My headset does not like if I, like, turn around too much. You're going to sleep, huh? Are you? Are you really going to sleep, Vapor? Really? Are you going to sleep, Vapor? Are you sure about that? Am I gonna see you in a raid in like half an hour? Good night. Good night, Vapor. Enjoy your lurk. It's so weird when this thing blinks whenever I have my eyes closed. It's almost 10. I should probably switch over. I don't even know what my battery life is right now. 10, excuse me. Alright, I'm sitting back down. Oh, man. I'm sitting back down so I can get, like, 2 minutes. Also, cheese crackers. I want cheese and crackers. Yeah, it's almost 10. I should get ready to switch over. Excuse me? I feel like I wanted to talk about certain stuff tonight. I feel like I wanted to talk about how I was feeling recently. I don't remember. I don't remember exact details right now. It's probably something about me wondering if I have, as usual, just wondering if I have what it takes to succeed. But then there's also the danger, like if you get big and more people start seeing you, and suddenly you got a whole bunch of people that want to shit all over you. Suddenly they'll decide that, oh, you're a problem because you're not agreeing with me exactly. Like that stuff that's been happening with Tomaya recently. Where she doesn't want to be political on her stream, and then certain streamers decided to take that as an excuse to shit all over her. You guys know I try not to be political on my stream. I try not to bring any of that stuff up. I feel like I don't always succeed in it. I feel like my biases are probably obvious, but I definitely don't like to talk about, you know, controversial stuff on stream because I understand wanting to make your stream like a safe place, a place where people can just come and just want to relax and have a good time and enjoy themselves. So I try not to talk about, you know, political stuff or really deeply upsetting stuff. I understand that sentiment, wanting your stream to be a safe space. So I try not to talk about anything like that. Then people go online and say, oh, this horse girl, it's not getting nearly enough hate. They need to be hated more. People don't hate this person enough, in my opinion. That's what happens when you get noticed. That's what happens when people notice you. When you start getting a bigger audience and you're starting to... with more eyes are starting to see you. You're starting to get more eyes on you. That's a real danger with getting, like, noticed and growing as a content creator. Eventually, those people are gonna find you, too. You're gonna dig up everything from your past and try to use that to counsel you. All of the dumb shit you ever did when you were younger. Even if that's not who you are anymore. People mad at you because you made them mad once. People who see it as an opportunity for their benefit in order by exposing you and parading you around in front of people. Look at this thing. This thing is terrible. Subscribe to my channel instead. I'm totally unbiased, but watch this 20-minute video of me shitting all over this crater. I had to tell it how it is. I have my past. I've made dumb choices before. Do I regret the stuff that I've done in the past? Probably some of it, but for the most part, I mean... that was me from a long time ago. I'm a different person now. Whatever happened back then is in the past. It doesn't define who I am today. That people don't care about that. They just see something. They just see some tea that they can share. I know eventually, like when I get noticed enough, eventually those people are gonna come snooping around here. Everybody gets that kind of crowd as a content creator. I don't know. I think I'm a marshmallow. I don't know if I could handle it. And I'm supposed to be tough and all thick-skinned and... Well, you've been on the internet for a long time. You should have a thick skin and... To get off the internet if you're gonna be such a bitch. Why does it have to be like that? Why can't I just be... Why can't I just be myself? Why can't I just be a little marshmallow? I don't know that I feel the need to always be like... hyper-aggressive if everybody comes at me. Like, oh, somebody's threatening me. I need to be big and I need to call them all kinds of slurs and stuff. I need to use every bad word and... What if I don't want to be like that? What if I don't want to be that kind of person? Oh man, you hurt my feelings, but I really don't want to... I really don't want to say stuff like that just to hurt you back. What if I don't want to be like that? It's almost 10. I should probably switch over. I don't think it'll take me 2 hours to record Split Thursday, but... if we have some time afterwards, like, we could probably do some Salmon Run. I need to find out when Salmon Run's gonna be. I think it's gonna be next week. No, not Salmon Run. Extra work, that's what it is. I need to find out when extra work's gonna be. And also I need to, like, figure out what my dinner's gonna be for tonight. I'm free. I don't know if we have any more lettuce. I think we're running out of tomato too, so I don't know if I'm having a salad tonight. I had a salad last night, and then the night before, and both mornings afterwards, my blood sugar was really good. So I'm starting to think maybe I should just have salads for dinner from now on. I'm okay with salad. Like, I had salad with egg last night. It was just lettuce and tomato, and then boiled eggs with some bacon and Thousand Island dressing. That was good. I enjoyed that. It was filling. I wasn't, like, super hungry afterwards. And then the night before, I had a taco salad, which is the lettuce, tomato, cheese, and then some taco meat. So that was and also Thousand Island dressing. That was really good. I had a good dinner. So I could probably have things with lettuce and tomato and just have salads more often. You just need more tomatoes and lettuce. I think I'd be okay with, like, having salads for dinner more often. As long as I have some kind of meat or something with it. We do have some chicken. Maybe I could have another salad tonight. It's probably a good idea. I'm gonna need to get blood drawn pretty soon for another exam. I'm gonna have to have some of my medicine... not resubscribed, but refilled. And if I can get to a point where the doctor doesn't want to subscribe or prescribe Giardia to me, then that'd probably be good. Because that stuff is expensive for me, apparently. And I don't want to take... My mom keeps telling me to take my dad's Giardia. Man, like, he needs that medicine more than I do. If I can get to a place where the doctor is okay with me not taking that and just the one medicine I have, that'd be great. Because I know my medical stuff covers the medicine I'm currently on. That'd be great. I want to take my dad's medicine. I want him to have all the medicine he needs for his health. Alright, I should probably get switched over. I'm just talking about bummer subjects now. We're just getting into hours where I'm just reflecting on my mortality and all that. Or immortality, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna take a break here, go stretch my legs, walk around, go to the bathroom. Maybe get another bottle of water because I think I'm running out. And there were some ads while I'm up on Twitch. When I get back, we'll record Swell Thursday and see what happens, what we have time for after that. And yeah, so the alerts are gonna be off. The hey TZ. Alerts are gonna be off, the redeems are gonna be off. Then yeah. But we're just gonna be in recording mode, so. Give me like 8-9 minutes to go do stuff. I'm gonna read some ads on Twitch while I'm up, and when I get back, we'll do things. So, I'll see you guys after the break. Be right back. I forgot to update my mic source. Also using the wrong model right now. Not for Split Thursday. Alright, let me set up. Right. Yeah, do that. Nope, not that one. This one. There we go. Rat tomatoes. I can't have another salad tonight. Alright, they're gonna be recording. How do I... How do I... What is it to turn it off and on again?